YouTube, what is going on in this video. I want to talk about this particular hand sign and hand signs in general. So hand signs, they come from India. I don't want to say originally come from India, but the knowledge is very widespread and very common, and I got a lot of my knowledge from reading Indian texts by Indian authors. It's a very, very ancient practice, hand signs. And some people might say, oh, it's some kind of demonic, it's some form of demonism and things like that. But when you think about it, it's just doing a sign with your hands. Like, there's so many, more likely than not, you're probably doing something with your hands right now. This is a very common mudra. So I just want to talk about this particular mudra because it became popular because of Andrew Tate and other celebrities like Cristiano Ronaldo doing it and things like that. But me personally, I've been doing this mudra for a long, long time, way before I knew who that was, and it's because of Rastafari. This is the sign that Ali Selassie, the emperor of Ethiopia, used to do, and a lot of Rastas know about this sign. A lot of Rastas might not know the history of mudras and not a lot of knowledge of mudras, but I'm sure there's so much benefit. I just find myself doing this sign even when I don't want to do it. Like, I just find myself doing it. It helps me feel balanced. It helps me feel controlled. And I'm just going to tell you a little bit about this mudra and some of the other mudras that I practice. So this, I'm reading here actually, so this is called the Uttabodhi mudra. It's known as the mudra of divine inspiration and enlightenment. Me, I just like to call it the Rasta mudra, because every real Rasta is going to know this sign. I just sit and practice it. Sometimes people come up to me because of it in different countries and going around the world and things, but I'm not doing it for ego, I'm not doing it to show off. It's just something that makes me feel comfortable. I'm going to read some of the benefits here from my screen. So, enhances inspiration and intuition, promotes peace of mind and self-confidence, enables decision-making skills, accelerates spiritual journey, raises your consciousness, helps move energy upward to higher chakras to reach higher states of consciousness and awakening, increases vital to energy force and its circulation throughout the body, helps in cardiovascular diseases, strengthens the immune system. Practice at the navel center to stimulate your solar plexus chakra. Activation of the chakra increases, what does it say here? Willpower. Further, it helps in overcoming fear and insecurities of life. So that's just what I've got from here. Uttabodhi mudra. I practice this mudra, I would say the most out of every single mudra. I just find myself doing it. Like, I just like having my hands occupied. It just makes me feel good. And some people might say, oh, some of these are demonic. This is new age. It's not new age. It's far before any religious text. The earliest of humans would have been doing things with their hands. They would have found ways to keep their hands busy. They would have studied their hands, and this is how anciently they came up with mudras. So, yeah, this is the Uttabodhi mudra. Some other mudras I've got here, I'm not going to practice all of them. Usha's mudra, Kundalini mudra, Kalasvara mudra, Prithvi mudra, Yoni mudra, which is very similar to this one, Makara mudra, Prana mudra. There's so many different types of mudras, but this, again, it's called the Uttabodhi mudra. And yeah, there's so much power in this for Rastas. I can't really explain. So there's a book that I read on mudras. If somebody reminds me in the comments, I'll slap the link in the description. But yeah, I definitely encourage you to try practicing mudras. This is probably the one you're most familiar with from all meditations and things like that. I don't personally practice that one. I practice something called the Prithvi mudra, where you use your wedding finger and you connect to your thumb. This is for vitality and strength. I practice, this is like the Hikini mudra. You probably see this in presentations, so they probably encourage you to do this. This is to another mudra. I think this is the Usha's mudra. This is what you practice in presentations. This is something you might see in a lot of animes and things. This is another mudra, I don't know the name. I do practice this ever so occasionally, whatever mudra do I practice the Prana mudra, where you put your small finger and your wedding finger to your thumb. And that's also good for vitality and the root chakra. Yeah, I would say those are probably the main. I do practice the Kundalini mudra every so often, but I would say mainly Prithvi mudra, this Rasta mudra, and yeah, that's some information about it for you there.